Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Dragons Turf Field here in Columbia, Maryland, on the campus of Howard Community College, as we are gearing up for the penultimate home game of the 2026 men's lacrosse season here at HCC, as your number 2 ranked HCC, that's the Howard Community College Dragons, take on the College of DuPage Chaparrals. This is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, ready to bring you all of the action today. If you missed yesterday's game, the first game of this weekend's doubleheader, the Dragons took down number 4, Nassau Community College, in a gritty defensive battle, 12-9, and now they take on another team that's going to be a tough one as well. The College DuPage, the only lacrosse team in the world of JUCO sports west of the Appalachians, out of the Chicagoland area in Illinois, have come to town as part of their spring break. They're currently playing all three Maryland schools left on their schedule. This game here, then games against CCBC Essex and Anne Arundel Community College. Now, the Chaparrals have been one of the big surprises this season in JUCO lacrosse. A 4-1 record to start the season, included with their only loss being a narrow one to number 1 ranked Hartford, who, by the way, yesterday lost to Onondaga. So if Howard gets this win today against a quality opponent, they could be ranked number 1 of the country next week, which would be very, very fun. First time that has happened in quite some time. The Chaparrals have taken down some big-time competition this year, including a big lopsided win over Genesee Community College, one of those regular competitors in the national tournament. So this is a very different DuPage team than what the Dragons faced last year. And if you missed last year's game between these two teams, it was a thriller. Dragons won 16-11 in a 5-goal back-and-forth battle, and we could be in store for another one today between these two clubs. This is going to be a fun game, folks, and we are really looking forward to it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams, and we'll start with our visitors, the Chaparrals from the College of DuPage. On the attack, a 6'2 sophomore from McHenry, Illinois, number 3, Tanner Polep. On the attack, a 6'3 sophomore from Elmhurst, Illinois, number 4, Bennett Jones. On defense, a 6'3 freshman from Dublin, Ohio, number 6, Max Michaels. On defense, a 6'2 sophomore from Westfield, Indiana, number 8, Tyler Brown. In the midfield, a 5'11 sophomore from Orland Park, Illinois, number 10, MJ Kablusek. In goal, a 6'1 freshman from Downers Grove, Illinois, number 16, Nathan Peak. On defense, a 6-foot freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 32, Daniel Dace. At defensive midfield, a 5'10 sophomore from Otsego, Minnesota, number 55, Brady Mene. On the attack, a 6-foot sophomore from Valparaiso, Indiana, number 66, Gage Wimmer. And on defense, a 6'1 freshman from Aurora, Illinois, number 77, Dylan Beacom. The Chaparrals are led by head coach Bill Sanford and assistant coaches Evan Clement, Dylan Cook, and Jake Wozik. Now let's make the starting lineup for your Howard Community College Dragons. Same as last game yesterday, but with one difference that you will see. On defense, a 6'2 freshman from Chicago, Illinois, number 1, Kobe Brown. In the midfield, a 5'11 freshman from Poolesville, Maryland, number 6, Vinny Volpe. On the attack, a 6'1 sophomore from Durwood, Maryland, number 8, Will Pesci. On the attack, a 5'7 sophomore from Ellicott City, Maryland, number 9, Logan Faust. In the midfield, a 6'1 sophomore from Catonsville, Maryland, number 21, John Stubbs. On the attack, a 5'10 freshman from Ottawa, Ontario, number 22, Lucas Rosen. Making his first start of the season in the midfield, a 6'2 sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland, number 25, Isaiah Rahman. On defense, a 6'1 freshman from Woodbine, Maryland, number 29, Shane Dubois. In goal, a 6'3 sophomore from Columbia, Maryland, number 42, Louis Calora. And in the midfield, a 6'4 freshman from Kingsville, Ontario, number 51, Quinn Brennan. The Dragons are led by head coach Eric Faust, who just got his 100th career victory as a Dragon yesterday, associate head coach Jack Watzik, and assistant coaches Alec Chisholm, Paul Smith, Will Smith, and Krista Villa. So, the Dragons taking on the Chaparrals. We'll have more for you in about 15 minutes when this game kicks off. In the meantime, folks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the penultimate home game of the 2026 season. You're watching HCC Lacrosse live on HCC YouTube. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're getting set to go here for this contest between the Chaparrals and the Dragons of Howard. This is going to be a good one here, folks. We're looking forward to it. Chaparrals, of course, out of the Chicagoland area. We mentioned in the pregame, they are a team that is a bit of a surprise this year. Solid team so far. Has picked up some quality wins. Only lost against Hartford, so they're going to be a tough opponent. And Howard, of course, number 2 in the country, could be number 1 by the time the weekend is over, because this would, if they can get a win today, it's going to be a quality win on their resume. Their only loss would be a double overtime loss to Hartford, who just lost. The head-to-head isn't really in their favor, but there's a chance. All right, Dragons taking the field. Howard will be in their home whites with maroon shorts and gold trim. DuPage is going to be in green with black shorts and white trim. And forgive me, I'm going to say this now. Forgive me if I'm not naming out names for DuPage, because it is the unfortunate scenario of a colored numbers on colored jersey, which is difficult to spot sometimes, especially with a late afternoon start like this, but I will do my best. Out there on the field for the Dragons, Logan Faust, Will Pesci, Wade Davis, Marcello Iocco. Goalkeepers will touch fists. Lou Calora versus Nathan Peak. By the way, I apologize, folks, if you pick up any bad language on my mic. Both teams very, very hyped for this game, as it's going to be Marcello Iocco and number 66 for DuPage. At midfield for the face-off as the wind picks up, and I'm struggling here. Number 66, that's Gage Wimmer. Excuse me. Here we go. Let's get this party started, and a face-off violation is called on Howard. Here we go. See what this DuPage team can do out of the bat as they face this Dragons defense. One thing to note for the Dragons, Isaiah Rahman getting the start today over JT Ferguson, who had a hyperextended knee yesterday. He is okay, but he's not going to start today. He might come off the bench. We'll see what happens. It's number 20, Vincent Garcia-Hockett with the ball, trying to fight in, but under heavy pressure from the Dragons. They're going to back up just a bit. That was a shot that goes wide. Back to it. Chaparral's trying to find an opening here to get this party started. Howard allowed the opening goal yesterday against Nassau. Will history repeat? There's another shot, and that's wide. That was number 26 with the shot. That's Mello Brown. DuPage is going to keep possession here. A couple of quick shots. 30 on the shot clock. There's a shot. Calora can't stop that one. Bennett Jones gets the goal, and DuPage strikes first. Chaparrals take a 1-0 lead. So it's a carbon copy of yesterday. Gage Wimmer, and it looks like Ethan Sands will be facing off. Howard was in this position yesterday, but they were able to fight back into it. Fight for it. Still battling. Ball still loose. Ball still on the ground, and Howard has got it. Dragons win the faceoff. It was Dom D'Amico who scooped it up and got it to Wade Davis, and D'Amico got on his knees there to try and snag that pass. Here we go. I like the red reflective tape on Vinny Volpe's stick. Quinn Brennan, John Stubbs, Vinny Volpe, Will Pesci, Lucas Rosen, and Logan Faust on the attack here for Howard. This squad is one of the most lethal attacking squads in all of JUCO lacrosse. Faust, Volpe, Stubbs goes back to Brennan, back to Stubbs. Faust trying to get in, 40 on the shot clock. Wind picks up. Brennan goes to Rosen. 30 on the shot clock. Howard A little conservative here. Stubbs. Quick little flip here. 20. Here's a shot from Stubbs. Howitzer shot, and it's saved by Peak. Nathan Peak makes the save, and DuPage has got it. And they're going the other way with it, or are they? Lucas Rosen applying heavy pressure there, trying to prevent the clear. They get it. And DuPage is going the other way. Chaparrals making their substitutions. As both teams set up at the midfield to get ready. There's a shot. Calora saved that one. Snapping shot from Garcia Hockett. There's a fight. Scrum for the ball. Kicked up by Bennett. It was Bennett Jones who kicked it to himself. And DuPage has still got it. Oh, and a missed opportunity there. Bad pass goes out of bounds. We're going the other way. Howard will quickly sub in some players, and here we go. Dragons have got a solid outfit of players there. They get the ball to Lucas Rosen. Here comes Rosen. Rosen going to try to go the distance. Peak saves it again. Nathan Peak with 2 great saves to start this game for the Chaparrals. And DuPage is on the attack. There's a shot. Calora not getting past him. Lou Calora. Oh, but the pass goes awry. There's a battle for it. Brandon Klopp fighting for it at the midfield. It's scooped up. By Mello Brown. That's what DuPage needed. Gage Wimmer now, one of the returning sophomores from last year's team. Wimmer looking for a pass, but can't get past this defense. Tries to get it to Brown. Scrum for the ball. There's a shot blocked by Calora. Great block by Louis Calora. Mello Brown picks it back up. Trying to get in there under heavy pressure, and Isaiah Rahman forces the turnover. Scrum for the ball. Dragons have got it. Give it to Brandon Klopp. Scooped up the ground ball there to keep it alive for the Howard. Dragons will survive that one. Oh, but they got to be careful here. Shane Dubois scoops up that ground ball. Fires over to Joseph McConaughey. You know, McConaughey had that 6-goal game against Hudson Valley. He's looking to replicate a performance like that. He flips it off to John Stubbs. And keep your eyes on number 11, Bobby Pupic, who just had the ball. He scored 4 goals. As there's Pesci behind the back. Oh my goodness. Will Pesci scores behind the back. Wow. What a goal from Will Pesci. That was incredible. Bobby Pupic with the assist. Keep your eyes on him. He's going to be a big force. It's going to be Gage Wimmer and Marcello Iocco at midfield for the faceoff as Howard has tied it up here. 1-1. And a faceoff violation on Wimmer. That's going to give Howard the ball. Wade Davis scoops it up, and we're back underway. Howard trying to respond quickly here. Rosen. Pass it back and forth with Klopp, trying to find a way in. Rosen still has it. He flips it out to Quinn Brennan, who holds on to it. Passes out to Volpe. Volpe quick pass to Logan Faust. Faust with it now under heavy pressure from this defense. Flips it back to Brennan. Brennan back to Volpe. 40 on the shot clock. .30 on the shot clock. Howard staying conservative here. Here's Faust. That's Brennan with a shot, and it's saved by Peak. This is going to be a tough goalie to get around. Dragons make their subs quickly, get Isaiah Rahman in there. Heavy pressure from Dom D'Amico at midfield, trying to break up Asher Diltz. And D'Amico goes down. Diltz manages to get the clear, but he's chased away by D'Amico, who stays on him as Howard makes their subs. DuPage trying to get their attackers in position so they can launch an attack and assault here. Quick pass there. That was number 15, Jackson Daler. Daler finds Garcia Hockett. Under pressure from Wade Davis. Hockett gets a shot off. Calora with another great save. Isaiah Rahman fighting for the ball with Bennett Jones. Who's going to come up with it? I think it's going to be DuPage who comes up with it. Number 10, MJ Kablusek. Howard's defense forcing the turnover, and Kobe Brown scoops it up. Or does he? It's still loose, and it's finally scooped up by Kablusek. There's a howitzer shot and another save by Calora. Wade Davis scoops up the ground ball. We're going the other way. Dragons defense comes up clutch yet again, and they get the pass and the clear to Will Pesci. Set up Stubbs. Stubbs says it. Rosen shot saved by Peak. Did he save it? He did. Now he's got to deal with Lucas Rosen all up in his business, but he does manage to get it away, and they're trying to go for the clear, and they get it. Number 99, Piero Giazone, and Giazone goes for it, but it's blocked by Calora. Kobe Brown scoops it out of midair. Frantic start to this one, folks. 1-1 ball game, but it is intense. Howard trying to get the clear. This is going to be close. Brown gets it to McConaughey, who tips it up and over. Wade Davis will... Oh, he missed it! And it's scooped up by number 44, Sean Christoffel. But Christoffel loses it as he's shoved down by Evan Tubb. And there's a scrum for the ball. And Howard's got it. These midfield battles are almost exciting as the offensive attacks. Here's Rosen trying to go for the attack again. And Howard doesn't like what they see. They're going to call a timeout. We'll take one too so I can rest my voice for a second. We've got just under 7 minutes to go. 1-1 ball game here, folks. Buckle up. This is a fun one. Welcome back, everybody, to Dragons Turf Field here in Columbia, Maryland. Out of the timeout, Howard will have the ball with 75 seconds on the shot clock, just under 7 minutes to go in a game that is, so far, has been quite the exciting one. So we're back underway. Howard's got their offense out there, and they're on the attack. Pupich trying to cut inside. There's a chance and a score! Lucas Rosen was falling down and he scores. Or did he? Hold up. Hold everything. Officials are going to ask. And they're going to say no goal. They're going to say Peak saved it. Oh my goodness. I don't know how Peak made that save, but it's going to be DuPage ball. Can they get the clear? They will. And a penalty comes out. Back by Howard's crease. What happened over there? Apparently it's offsides is the call here. Here's Gage Wimmer under pressure from Wade Davis. Trying to pop it over to Mello Brown, but he drops it for a second, picks it back up. As DuPage is got 30 on the shot clock to make a move here. Brown trying to cut inside, fires a shot. It's deflected out of bounds, and here is the call. DuPage is going to have a man-up situation. Let's see what the call is. Technical 30, number 12. Sorry, who's that on? So the official said it was Joseph McConaughey who was offsides. Here we go, go. And it was McConaughey, sorry. Joey Wolf got in the box for a second, but it was Joseph McConaughey who they put the penalty on. Offsides, 30-second penalty. Shouldn't be too much of an issue here for the Dragons if they can hold here as the wind picks up. I can barely hear myself in my own headphones. Oh, JT Ferguson got a piece of that. There's a shot and a score. Bennett Jones scores, and it's 2-1 DuPage. The Chaparrals taking advantage here of Howard's mistakes, and they get one back. So Ioko will head to midfield. We'll face off against somebody else. Here's the face-off. Battle's on the way. Ball still loose. And it's finally scooped up. DuPage wins it. It was Will Todd who was helping out. As DuPage trying to find a way here around these Dragons. Chaparrals have been in control for a good chunk of this game so far. They lead it 2-1 in a gritty. It's looking to be another defensive battle here. Wade Davis providing good pressure. And a missed shot there. They were trying to get it to MJ Kablusek. He finally scoops it up, but that's going to cost DuPage some time. 40 on the shot clock. Green with some quick passes here, trying to find an opening. There's a howitzer shot. It's wide. Will still be DuPage ball. Mello Brown finds Kablusek. Kablusek cuts it in to Jones. Jones back to Kablusek. Finds Brown again, but under heavy pressure there from Dom D'Amico. Oh, there's a loose ball. That's going to be scooped up by maybe Kobe Brown. Fight for the ball between him and Tanner Polep. And Polep's got it, but he steps out of bounds under pressure from Kobe Brown, and Howard is going to get the turnover. Clutch play there from Howard's defender, Kobe Brown, out of Chicago, Illinois. He could have, if he went the JUCO route out there, he could have gone to DuPage. They are based near the Chicagoland area. Howard getting their offensive pieces in position. Logan Faust with the ball. Quick flip over to Lucas Rosen. Brennan finds Volpe. Volpe gets it to Faust. Quick passes here. Oh, that ball got away. It's going to roll out of bounds. And DuPage is going to come up with another turnover here. And now the Chaparrals back on the attack. Gage Wimmer with the ball. Oh, Wade Davis. Bull rushing him a little bit. Here's a deep shot. That got deflected by Davis, I think. Rolls out of bounds. It will remain. Chaparral ball. 40 on the shot clock for the Chaps to work with. There's another shot and a score. MJ Kablusek scores, and it's 3-1 Chaparrals. DuPage is starting to figure out this Howard defense. It's going to be a long afternoon if the Dragons don't get it together. Will Todd and Marcello Iocco at midfield for the face-off. Scrum for the ball, fighting for it. There's going to be yellow flags galore. And we're going to have some penalties here. One minute slashing penalty is going to be on Marcello Iocco for the Dragons. So DuPage will have a man-up situation. And it'll set DuPage up perfectly. Howard can't afford to make mistakes like that. That's 2 penalties already, and DuPage already scored off the first man-up situation. As a high one goes out. Dragons are going to get a break there. Oh, they almost get the interception back, but Kobe Brown scoops it up. Flips it over to Shane Dubois, fighting to get it across midfield. Little flip to Evan Tubb, who clears it with Wade Davis. Gets it over to JT Ferguson. Flips it over to Lucas Rosen. Dragons waiting to get everybody in position out there on the field. Marcello Iocco's penalty's been released, so Howard killed that penalty. With about a minute to go here in this first quarter, Howard trailing 3-1, trying to respond. Stubbs gets it to Brennan. Brennan fighting inside. Flips it off. And it went out of bounds off Pesci's stick. It's going to be DuPage ball. Oh, but DuPage. Chaparral's fighting for it. Scrum for it. It's scooped up by Vinny Volpe going the other way. Volpe trying to break some ankles. Flips out to Logan Faust. 40 on the clock. Faust tripped up. Battle for the ball. DuPage might get this unless Pesci has anything to say about it. And it's Faust who comes up with it. Under heavy, heavy pressure. He finally gets it away to Quinn Brennan. He's going to need an ice pack after that incursion. 20 on the clock. Pesci trying to fight behind the net. 10 seconds left. Stubbs. Stubbs lost the ball. DuPage has it. They run out of time, and that'll do it for the first quarter. It's 3-1 Dragons. Howard's going to have to lock in here as we take a break. A rocky start here for the Dragons at Dragons Turf Field as Howard finds themselves trailing 3-1 as we begin the second quarter. Marcello Iocco facing off against Gage Wimmer here for the face-off. Ball squirts out. Scooped up. Here we go. Brady Mene got the ground ball, and DuPage wins that face-off again. There's a chance. Calora with a save. Deflects it right back, and it's plucked up by Joey Wolf. Wolf clears it himself. Flips it out. Faust. Little flip inside. Pesci trying to find an opening. Faust shot. Got it. Logan Faust gives Howard one back. Joey Wolf got the clear. Will Pesci with the assist. And Logan Faust scores. Ethan Sands will head out there now for the faceoff. Take on Gage Wimmer as Howard cycling between Marcello Iocco and Ethan Sands for the faceoffs. And a faceoff violation called on Wimmer. Iocco, Sands will start with it. He'll flip it off to Brandon Klopp, and we're away. Klopp gets it to McConaughey. Bobby Pupich checking in. I haven't seen a lot of him so far today. Pupich was crucial in yesterday's victory over Nassau with 4 goals, excuse me, 4 big goals. Lucas Rosen. Wind picking up here. There's a shot from Pesci. Won't go. It will be Howard ball. There's a shot from McConaughey. Got it. Joseph McConaughey ties it up and gets his first goal at home of the season.
By number 12, Joseph McConaughey.
That is what we're talking about. Howard needed that. McConaughey strikes. Howard ties it up 3-3 here in the second. And just like that, Howard's back into it. Here's the faceoff once again. It's going to be Ethan Sands and Aaron Newmeyer, who is wearing number 22. It wasn't Will Todd in the first quarter. It was Aaron Newmeyer, excuse me. Battle going on here for the ball. Still fighting for it. It flips back, and it's going to be DuPage ball as it's plucked up by number 8, Tyler Brown. Oh! Ball is loose. Plucked up by Wade Davis. Absorbs a big hit. Manages to get it over to Shane Dubois, who clears it. Dubois with a flip to Dom D'Amico. D'Amico flips it out to Rosen. Rosen fighting through heavy pressure there. We'll go with Quinn Brennan. Brennan backing up. Brennan with a quick flip. They're trying to get one clear here. Faust flips it inside. Rosen! Oh, he almost had it. It's picked up by number 6, Max Michaels, going the other way. DuPage comes up clutch on that one. Now DuPage trying to set up a play here. There's a shot and a save. Calora with a nice save there off that shot from Vincent Garcia Hockett. And they head the other way with it. At least they tried to. Shane Dubois, high archer. That's going to be tough. It's picked up, intercepted. DuPage gets the turnover there. We're going the other way. There's a shot and a goal. DuPage gets one back. That was Vincent Garcia Hockett who scores. They retake the lead 4-3. DuPage has answers for Howard's attacks here, folks. Ethan Sands, Aaron Newmeyer, midfield for the face-off. Official doesn't like what he sees. He's going to ask him to do it again. And it's going to be a fit. That one is won by Newmeyer. So DuPage with the ball. Trying to get momentum back on their side. They've already recaptured the lead. Now they're going to try and extend it. Oh! Broke it stick! Wade Davis slapped the stick out of his hand, scoops up the ball. Gonna try and clear it, goes for a high arching shot, which is plucked up by Dom D'Amico, spins away from him, tries to flip it to midfield to Ethan Sands, but it's gonna get caught up instead by Dylan Beacom. Calora got the save there, but DuPage will hold on to the ball. Say one thing, this Chaparrals, they put up a good fight against Howard last year. They're doing the same thing here today. There's a shot and a goal. DuPage strikes once again. Number 6, Max. Was that number 6, Max Michaels? I believe it was. 66, excuse me, Gage Wimmer. 5-3, DuPage. The Chaparrals have taken a multi-goal lead once more. Howard was able to come back from a 2-goal lead. Not the end of everything. Marcello Iocco will head to center field for the face-off here with Newmeyer. Fight for it, and a face-off violation is going to be called. So Howard will start with possession. And the referee didn't like what he saw on the sidelines there. Whatever it was. I'm okay with it now. Stubbs, howitzer shot won't go. Oh, and there is an injured player. One of DuPage's players got hit by Stubbs' stick as he was firing off his shot. Can't see who it was. We're going to take the camera off for his privacy. And it looks like it was Gage Wimmer, 66. Athletic training staff are out there tending to him.
Diego, when you don't need
A correction, it was number 55, Brady Mene, who went down, but he's okay. He just jogged off the field. My apologies. That wasn't Gage Wimmer. He's number 55. The 55 looked a little too much like a 66 in the light there for a second. But yes, it was Brady Mene, but he took that hit. He jogged off the field under his own power, so he's okay, folks. Good to see. That's the second straight day that a John Stubbs howitzer shot has accidentally hit somebody and they've gone down. The same thing happened yesterday against Nassau. Trust me, it's kind of like Alex Ovechkin. You don't want to be in the way when he fires one off. Good to see that Brady Mene was able to run off on his own power. Quinn Brennan looking for options here as Howard tries to respond, trailing by 2. Finds Bobby Pupich. Again, haven't seen a lot of Pupich today. Get him more involved in the game. He can make some magic happen. Ooh, behind the back pass there to Brennan, back to Pupich. Here is Stubbs. Stubbs firing one off. That ricochets away and out of bounds. There's going to be about 28 seconds on the shot clock. That one goes out. But nice behind the back shot there. Faust flips out. Brennan feints a long one, finds Stubbs. 10 on the shot clock, got to get one off. Brennan fires it off. Not going to have a lot of time left on the shot clock here, folks. It's going to be tough. Howard fighting as hard as they can to try and get through this one. Here we go. Brennan fires one, lets one loose, and it's saved. Howard will come up empty on that possession. That's what DuPage wants. They want those possessions to just go. They want Howard to take up as much time as possible on that shot clock through those possessions. Howard's defense trying to fight up here. Maybe a chance. Pressure from Joey Wolf, Kobe Brown. There's a shot and a goal. Mello Brown makes it 6-3, largest lead of the day for the Chaparrals. Well, not the most ideal starts to this one for Howard, that's for sure. Chaparrals are doing a phenomenal job. They're doing what they need to do, as there's a face-off violation on Marcello Iocco. And DuPage will get another chance with it. Fighting for the ball here. Garcia Hockett up and over. Shot, score, Mello Brown again. It's 7-3. DuPage is running with it. Howard takes timeout. We'll take one too, as DuPage stunning the Dragons right now. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. A stunner here at Howard. The College of DuPage is up 7-3 on the Howard Community College Dragons. Here's the face-off. It's going to be won by DuPage. Or maybe not. Battle for the ball as Howard showing aggression here. Lucas Rosen gets it up and in, and Rosen scores right out of the timeout. That is exactly what Howard needed. One big pep talk, and Lucas Rosen says hello from the Great White North and scores.
Assisted by number 27, Evan Tubbs.
That's exactly what Howard needed to get started here. Battle for the face-off here. It's going to be scooped up by Evan Tubb, who wins it for Howard. And maybe a chance here. Howard trying to get one in. Oh, they almost cut inside the crease. Ball rolls out of bounds. So it will be DuPage ball. Maybe not that one. Back-to-back turnovers there by Howard and DuPage. And a chance here for the Chaparrals. There's a shot wide. Chaparral's looking for an opening here. Shot, Calora will make the save. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in this first half. There's an underhanded shot. Slips through the dirt. Big collisions there between both teams. Apologies if I'm not really naming out any numbers for DuPage, folks, but the glare is starting to become an issue here, although there is some cloud cover moving in from the west. But it is a little difficult to see some numbers at the moment for DuPage, so I will do my best. Howard's defense trying to force him down. 10 on the shot clock. This could be a huge stop for the Dragons. Pops it up. Shot! And a score. DuPage strikes right back. Can't see who it was from the glare, but the
Scored by number 10, MJ Kablusic.
MJ Kablusic gets the assist from Noah Brown. Mello, excuse me. So 8-4, back to a 4-goal lead. Ball pops loose, picked up immediately here. Maybe not. Howard's defense trying to force a turnover. Evan Tubb poking a stick in there, trying to get something. Shane Dubois locking up his defender, ripped away. Brandon Williamson's got it. Williamson goes for the shot, it's wide. And it's going to be DuPage ball. Timeout called. And we'll be right back.
Timeout. DuPage.
Welcome back, folks. DuPage called that last timeout with 4 minutes to go as they taking their first timeout of the half. Howard taking positions here. DuPage will start with the ball with 58 seconds on the shot clock. Here we go. DuPage trying to get one back. Fighting through it. Ball's loose. It's picked up by Shane Dubois. Flips it over. Howard going for the clear. Wade Davis gets it. Gets it to Lucas Rosen.
Go, baby!
Klopp, Pupic to McConaughey. Maybe a chance there. Faust flips it back to McConaughey. McConaughey feints a deep shot, finds Klopp. Klopp goes back to Bobby Pupic. Pupic fighting through. Pupic shot! It's blocked by Peak. Popped up there, kept alive by Pesci. And DuPage has got to come up with it. Noah Brown going for a shot. That was knocked down by Kobe Brown going the other way. Dubois cuts inside. Rosen shot blocked by Peak. Ball is still loose on the ground. Scooped up by Rosen. Somehow gets it off to Pesci. I don't know how he managed to do that, but he did. Minute and a half to go in this first half. Here's a shot from Brennan that's blocked by Peak. Somehow manages to scoop it up with a minute to go. Pesci was on his back there, and it looks like Howard's going to have possession. Faust. Shot, got it! Logan Faust gets one back. John Stubbs with the assist there as Howard gets one back. 8-5, 3-goal game. Not over yet, but it's not over yet. Howard, crucial goal just before the half. And it's going to be an easy pickup there on the face-off by DuPage, but Howard steals it right back as Evan Tubb snags it out. Tubb tripped up. That's going to be pushing. "30-second penalty here for Piero Giazzone on a hold. So Howard with a chance to potentially get within 2. Rosen. Final seconds are going to tick down here. 10 seconds left. Howard trying to get one more. Oh! Something happened in the back there. DuPage is going to get a chance here with 4 seconds left. And DuPage will lead it 8-5 as we go to the half, folks. We'll be back in about 10 minutes with the second half as Howard trails by 3. This one is going to be interesting as we get to the back. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Dragons Turf Field as we're gearing up for the second half. Howard currently leading it. Howard trails by 3, 8-5 to the College of DuPage in a surprising result as DuPage has shown out that they're a very good team so far. Howard's going to try and fight back here in this third quarter as we get set to get underway. By the way, folks, big shout out, big congratulations. Women's flag football had a solid outing today against SUNY Cortland, falling 13-7. Would have won the game had a late touchdown not been overturned. All right. And we're underway. DuPage will start with the ball here. They try to kill this penalty that they still had as we begin this third quarter. 30 minutes here for Howard to try and forge a comeback. DuPage showing a lot of patience here. The wind picks up. There's a shot. Luke Calora makes the block. $20 on the shot clock. $10 on the shot clock. They got to get something off here. Howard's defense holding firm. There's a shot. Calora blocks with the bottom of his stick. Ball is scooped up and Howard survives. Dragons trying to attack quickly here. DuPage waiting for some help. He finds Faust. Faust back to Volpe. Volpe finds Quinn Brennan. Brennan over to Stubbs. Stubbs. Faust. Flips it up. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be DuPage ball. DuPage continues. Continues to kind of run the midfield. Maybe not, as Howard forces the turnover at midfield. Maybe a chance for the Dragons here. Faust. Looking for options. Flips inside for Quinn Brennan. Can't get it to connect. $40 on the shot clock. Howard trying to look for something here. Faust. Inside. There's a shot and a goal by Lucas Rosen. Rosen scores his second goal, makes it a 2-goal game, 8-6. That was just what Howard needed.
Goal scored by number 22, Lucas Rosen. Assisted by number 9, Logan South.
Here's the face-off. Dragons trying to win it. Iyoko fighting for it. Ball is scooped loose. It's picked up by Dom D'Amico. Howard will win that for now. He flips it over, trying to get it to JT Ferguson. Ball is still loose. It's finally scooped up by DuPage. Fight for the ball continues. Still fighting at midfield. And finally, the Chaparrals come up with it. Gage Wimmer trying to do something here for DuPage, but under heavy pressure from Joey Wolf. DuPage trying to get something inside here. D'Amico breaks that up. And it's going the other way as down goes Wade Davis. Penalty flags fly. And that's going to be a penalty on the Chaps. That's a push penalty here on
Pushing. It's every 3 seconds. Worry about it. What was it? 66. Sorry. That could have been anyone. Next time, don't worry about it. Just keep it going.
Gage Wimmer called for the push. Chaparrals come up with it. Chance here for the Chaparrals. There's a shot. A nice save by Calora to save that shot from Bennett Jones. And Howard going the other way. Oh, big collision there. Down goes Kobe Brown. Scrum for the ball. DuPage trying to fight back here. Still fighting for it. Ball gets snapped loose. John Stubbs got a piece of it. And there is a DuPage player down. It was an offset, so it was offensive offsides and a turnover here. Give DuPage the ball. Stopping here, they're just adjusting the shot clock. Now they go. Ball bounced loose, gonna be tough to play there. Oh, Evan Tubb, what a hit! Evan Tubb smacked it out of bounds and gives Howard possession. And a penalty called. And it's gonna be on DuPage. Evan Tubb might have just gotten the Dragons a huge break. Technical 30 on Tanner Polep for... And it'll be a 30-second penalty here.
You're fine.
There's a shot from Stubbs that's blocked by Peak. Howard's trying to capitalize here. They trail by 2. There's a chance. Ooh, that got broke loose. Picked up instead, but still alive. Big collision. Howard's going to come up with it. Faust gets the steal. Faust trying to play inside for Pesci. And it flies loose out of bounds. They'll give DuPage the ball back. And there is an injured DuPage player. One of their defenders is down.
Yeah, I got it.
Seeing who it was. I'm not sure who it was who went down, but there was a collision with Lucas Rosen for the Dragons. Somebody hit the dirt. It's one of their defenders. He looks to be okay. He's talking with the athletic training staff for DuPage, and he's getting on his feet. Good to see. Can't tell exactly who it was who got hurt. Sorry. Number 32, thank you. Daniel Dace, number 32, the defender, got hurt. He's walking off the field. He's okay. Must have gotten shaken up on a collision with Lucas Rosen there. Game has got a little chippy here in the third quarter. $80. Here we go. DuPage trying to respond quickly here. There's a shot blocked by Calora. Oh, but Joey Wolf made too much contact. That's going to be a penalty. All 3 refs saw it. DuPage is going to have a man-up situation here as they try to kill some time, as they have a free play. Mello Brown, oh, tripped up. Ball goes loose. Wolf trying to fight for it. And they're really getting in there. Big time collision. And Wolf gets called for another penalty. Ooh. Officials are going to call this over. We're going to talk this over. Looks like there's 2 penalties coming up on Joey Wolf. There's going to be a minute 30 penalty here for Joey Wolf. Not what the Dragons needed. Ooh, drop ball. DuPage trying to find an opening here. Here comes a deep shot. Calora blocks it. And it's ruled off of DuPage going the other way for the Dragons. Luke Calora is coming up deep from his own end. We're trying to get the clear. Oh, and it's dropped at midfield. This is going to be tough. One-on-one. Oh, big hit, Quinn Brennan. And another penalty flies. And a chance here, but Polette misses the pass. It's going to roll close. Big collisions between both teams. Out of bounds they go. It's Gonna be another man-up situation here. A 1-minute penalty on Quinn Brennan.
Number 51, Quinn Brennan, slashing. It's a 1-minute penalty.
DuPage. Howard now playing with 2 men down. There's a shot. Kalora blocks that one. He's 60 on the shot clock. Fighting for it. Wolf gets released. Wade Davis is able to come up from the defensive end. As a shot and a score for DuPage. 9-6, Chaparrals lead it. Gage Wimmer scores. The assist was Vincent Garcia Hawkins. Excuse me. So Marcello Iocco at center field for the faceoff. Excuse me. Newmeyer will win that one for DuPage. Chaparrals back to a 3-goal lead. Howard starting to cycle through some players we haven't seen so far today. Brandon Williamson, Ja'Kai Butler are out there, as is Nico Sells, number 17. So Howard starting to change things up, try and get something going here. Get their defense to make a stop. Chance there. No, going the other way. Howard gets the stop. Ferguson trying to keep it alive. Nico Sells will. Ferguson goes down, wants a flag. And Luke Halora gets the clear. Chance for the Dragons, maybe? Howard shifts in their attackers. Stubbs on the back. Howard trying to find an opening here. Stubbs shoots. Stubbs scores! John Stubbs puts one in for Howard. The Dragons strike back. They trail by 2. Still a lot of work to go. They're keeping up with DuPage at the moment. Howard will win that faceoff. DuPage got a little too aggressive there. Lucas Rosen rotating around. Flips out to McConaughey. Finds Stubbs. McConaughey shot. Blocked by Peak. We'll get another chance here. Inside. Here is Pupich, won't go. Ball's picked up instead by DuPage, and it's coming the other way. Chaparrals. Gonna come up with a big defensive stand. Little shot there, won't go. Picked up by Kobe Brown in the back. Maybe a chance here for Howard as Rosen with it, fighting, trying to get beneath the goal, flips it off to Pesci. Looking. Volpe shot wide. And DuPage will come up with that one. Shot blocked by Calora. And a penalty called as there was contact. See who it was on. It's Quinn Brennan again. Minute penalty for Brennan. DuPage has been heavily capitalizing on Howard mistakes in this game so far. And now with a minute to go, just about a minute to go, Howard's going to be without Quinn Brennan and a man down on the field. See if the Dragons defense can come up with a big stop here. There's a shot by DuPage, blocked by Lou. And ricocheting all the way over to the Dragons sideline. Off the back of the net. Trying to keep it alive. A little golf play there. Kobe Brown picks it up. He's trying to fight away. Final seconds of the third quarter. Howard trying to keep the rally up. Ferguson dropped it. And that's going to be DuPage ball. Another opportunity snuffed out here. DuPage going to try to get one more off here. Go for a shot. Going the other way. Ferguson launches one. And that'll end the third quarter. We head to the fourth. Howard trails by 2, 9-7. Can they complete the comeback and fight back to win this one? We'll be right back to find out. Welcome back, folks, as we begin the fourth quarter. Dragons trail by 2, trying to fight back and win this game. DuPage has been in control for most of this contest. Howard is trying to break through and win it. This is it. Face-off will be won by Marcello Iocco. Dragons immediately trying to go on the attack, but there is a flipped-up ground ball that's scooped up by number 6, Max Michaels. He's having trouble getting it past the clear, and instead it's picked up by the Dragons, and Evan Tubb has got it. Gonna try and pick up the broadcast here just a little bit. Tubb flips it over to Logan Faust. Faust looking for options. He's gonna wait just a bit. Finds Bobby Pupic. Pupic will flip it back over to Logan Faust. Faust back to Pupic. Pupic fires one, which is saved by Peak, who's been doing a fantastic day today in net. Peak will flip it back over, and we're going the other way. Both teams subbing out here, trying to keep it going. That's DuPage setting one up. Oh, little slip up there from the Chaparrals. Dom D'Amico wins that one-on-one. Picks up the ball, gets the clear. Flips it out to Faust quickly. Chance for the Dragons. Rosen inside. Kobe Brown takes a shot, won't go. And that'll go the other way. Kobe Brown coming up from the defensive side, trying to get a goal. Very nearly had that one in. Fight at the midfield. Ball bounces back the other way. Picked up this time by Shane Dubois. Cuts it inside. Pesci scores. Dubois with the assist. Dragons back within 1. Will Pesci strikes, and it's a 1-goal game. Here's the face-off. Howard trying to keep it alive. Tight fight there and a face-off violation. Cello Iocco pumped up on the sidelines here as Howard's trying to fight back and tie this game. Howard's had spurts of momentum, but DuPage's defense has been doing a great job of kind of stifling that throughout the game as they just force all these errors by the Dragons. Howard trying to fight back. Ooh, Rosen got hit hard. Stumbles a bit, but gets it away. Howard trying to strike here. Oh, missed pass there is going to roll out of bounds. It'll be DuPage ball. Big smashes here on Gage Wimmer as he breaks away from a couple of Dragons defenders. Pops the ball over, trying to get to his man.
John, that's I know. Hey, DPR, D-Mini, go. Yes.
Mello Brown backing up.
Next minis.
DuPage once again trying to slow the pace of this game. Maybe a chance here. No, JT Ferguson grabs an interception and it's going the other way. And here comes JT Ferguson trying to go the distance. Flips it over. It bounces away from Logan Faust. He somehow scoops it back up. Faust looking for options. Backs up. Connects with Pesci. Directs a little bit of traffic. Trying to wait until Howard gets their attackers in position.
Way to run, JT.
There's a shot from McConaughey. Just a little too high. Howard back on the attack. They've got 30 on the shot clock to work with. Oh, that's snagged away by the Chaparrals. Timeout called. DuPage wants to talk it over. We'll be right back. Here we go, folks. We're back to the action here at Dragons Turf Field as Howard's trying to fight back into this one, get a defensive stop. There's a shot. Luke Halora makes the save. Got a piece of it. Still DuPage ball, though. Oh, broken stick! JT Ferguson snapped his stick in half. Fighting for it. And Howard's getting to come up with it. Maybe no, it's still DuPage ball. Battling for it. Ball popped up. Kobe Brown with the interception. And a penalty called in the back.
You can't make a call after a play happens. It's not how it works. So it just makes 0 sense.
Interesting call here. It's going to be DuPage is going to get a fresh shot clock here. There's a shot and a score. Tanner Polep scores, and DuPage hits double digits. They lead it 10-8 now over the Dragons. That is not what Howard needed, but it's the exact same thing that we have seen as DuPage wins the faceoff. It's the exact same thing that we have seen for a good chunk of this game. Howard gets the momentum early in the contest. They score in the period. They score a goal, and DuPage immediately responds by shutting them out on their next couple of possessions, and then they add a couple of goals to keep their lead intact. I have to give the Chaparrals credit for that. 8 minutes to go. Dragons starting to reach desperation mode here. They only trail by 2, so it's not impossible to come back from, but they just can't seem to get any sustained momentum going. Chaparrals looking for an opening. Good defensive play here from JT Ferguson. Ferguson trying to get in there with his stick. There's a shot. Oh, I think the official got hit. Yeah, the official got hit on the foot. It is going to be Howard ball. They have it, and they're coming the other way with it. Lucas Rosen. Looking for a way. He's going to wait here for Howard to get the right personnel on the field. Flips it out to Stubbs. Stubbs! Howitzer shot! Oh, he got tripped up! And Peak makes the easiest save of his career. I think Stubbs got his foot tangled with somebody else on the field there for a second. But DuPage has cleared it. Chaparral's looking for a shot, blocked by Calora. It blocked the rebound too. It's kept alive for a moment, but there is a whistle. And it's going to be Howard ball. Shane Dubois with the ball. 6.5 minutes to go. They get the clear. Here's Faust. Shot blocked by Peak. DuPage is about almost 5 minutes away from pulling the upset. Howard's defense has got to keep coming up with stops here. Have to give the offense more chances. Oh, good pressure. Quinn Brennan pops it loose, scoops it up. Flips it over to Volpe. Gets it to Faust. Faust breaks away. Faust, little flip there. To Pesci, back to Faust. Finds Volpe to McConaughey. 5 minutes to go. Crunch time for the Dragons. They need 2 goals to tie it up. 3 to win.
Yeah, so that one was up. Harper would probably drop to 3, right?
There's a chance to shot and a score by Logan Faust. Howard's back within one again. Logan Faust picks up his third goal of the game.
Goal scored by number 9, Logan Fowler. Assisted by number 8, William Asher.
Here's the face-off. This is a crucial moment, and it's scooped up initially by DuPage. There's a scrum for the ball. Nico Sells is fighting for it, trying to get it. I think he has it. No, DuPage, maybe. Still fighting for it. Ball is loose. It's finally scooped up by Lucas Rosen. Rosen scoops it up. A chance. Flips loose. Rosen still picks it up. Three and a half minutes left. Faust. Rosen. Rosen shoots. It's blocked by Peak. What a block. Howard will still have possession. $20 on the shot clock. Here's Quinn Brennan. Faust back to Brennan. 10 on the shot clock. Faust shot. Oh, it was deflected. Rolls out. Howard will still have a chance. That one rolled away again, and DuPage comes up with the stoppage. Under 3 to play. DuPage trying to pull this upset up. Howard trying to fight back. They've trailed almost the entire game. Almost got it back there, but it breaks away from Joey Wolf. Chaparrals have it. Good pressure here from Dom D'Amico. Ball loose. Could they scoop it up? Still popping around. Eventually, it is picked up by Shane Dubois. But there's under 2 to play. Howard's got to move. Referee got hit again. Here's a chance here. Howard calls time. Howard calls time with 1:30 to go. We'll be right back for the conclusion of this thriller, folks. Stay tuned. You want theatrics? You're about to get theatrics. Minute and a half to go. Howard trails by 1. They'll have possession with 62 on the shot clock. Couldn't ask for a better ending to this one. Here we go. DuPage's defense has been awesome all day long, but the Dragons have the momentum back and a chance. Here's Stubbs. Rosen. Flips it up to Pesci. Faust. Finds Brandon Klopp. Klopp trying to cut inside. There's a chance. Faust shot! Got it! Tie game! Logan Faust has tied the game at 10! Oh my god! The Dragons have fought back! And with with just about a minute to go, they lead it! Brandon Klopp with the assist. Okay, this is it. Howard's got a minute left. They can win this. Ethan Sands at the faceoff line. Fight for the ball. It's scooped up by DuPage. Evan Tubb got a piece of it. Ball popped loose. DuPage has still got it. Oh, his stick is ripped away. It's scooped up by Lucas Rosen. 101 Rosen. Did he make it? No, he got tripped up from behind. Ball goes out. It's going to be Howard ball, though. Howard's going to have the ball with 48 seconds left. And DuPage calls timeout. We'll be right back. Oh, my goodness. Well, here you go, folks. Howard's fought back. 45 seconds left. Is Howard going to walk away with a walk-off win? They have the ball. Or is DuPage going to hold off here and we're going to go to overtime? We will see. Howard will have the ball. And we're underway. 45 seconds left. Dragons are going to try and win it. $30 left. And it looks like Howard's going to send this one to overtime. Or are they? Trying to get the shot off. Stubbs! Did he get it? Oh, it's... He was in the crease. Peak stepped on it. DuPage has a chance with 8 seconds left. Chaparrals. They're just going to play for overtime. To an extra period we go. We'll be right back. Overtime at Dragons Turf Field. 10-10. Howard versus DuPage. This one is a thriller. If you know anything about overtime games with the Dragons, we've had one already this year against Hartford that was quite impressive. Howard tried to get the final shot off, but we are headed to an extra period. This is it, folks. Overtime here at HCC. Cello Yoko for the face-off. Here we go. Fight for the ball. Scooped up by DuPage. Big hit from Evan Tubb. Trying to keep it back. And a timeout called. So DuPage immediately calls a timeout as we take a break again as the Chaparrals want to set up a play here to try and get the win. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. All right, Dragons. Be on the defensive here against this DuPage team. Chaparral's trying to pull the upset. Howard trying to stave off an upset here and move to 6-1. Here we go. Dragons are stacking the box with defenders. Evan Tubb, electric play trying to break it up. A chance for DuPage. Garcia inside. There was a big hit. Ball got popped up. Fight for it. Golfed up. Gage Wimmer has it. Wimmer flips it out. There's a foul called. Fight for the ball. It's a free play for the Chaparrals. 30 on the shot clock. Shot wide. Let's see what the penalty is. "30-second penalty is going to be on Wade Davis. And we apologize for the language if that got picked up by my mic. Pushing penalty. A chance for DuPage. They have been lights out on man-up situations. Shot goes wide. Ten left on the penalty. Broken up. Howard might have got it for a second. And it is Howard ball. Joey Wolf got it back. JT Ferguson has it. Flips it to Logan Faust. And Howard calls a timeout. The Dragons want to set up a play. We'll be right back. Well, Howard's got the ball back. Just about 2 minutes to go in overtime. A chance potentially for the Dragons to seal it. Quinn Brennan will start with the ball. Brennan looking for a target. Flip from Faust back to Brennan. Finds Rosen. That's DuPage, excuse me. It's John Stubbs trying to end it. Stubbs! Oh, it's blocked by Peak. It will be Howard ball. Stubbs breaking free. Stubbs flips it. Faust blocked by Peak. It rolls out of bounds again. It's still going to be Howard ball. Glare is really starting to affect this game. Stubbs trying to cut inside. Rosen. Faust puts one up. Oh, so close. Howard will have another chance with 23 on the shot clock. Here's Stubbs. Stubbs breaking some ankles. Lost control of the ball for a second. On the ground. Popped straight up. They're going to fight for it. It's picked up by Pesci, but the shot clock is going to expire. And it's going to be DuPage ball. Under a minute to go. DuPage trying to fight. Big collision. Ball popped up. Chaparrals have it. There's a chance. There's a shot. Kalora with the block. This might go to double overtime. $20 seconds left. Chance. Oh, loose ball. Picked up by Joey Wolf. He's shaking off defenders. Here comes Wolf. Wolf flips inside. There's a shot. Oh, big collision between the keeper and whoever that was for Howard. And it's going to be Howard ball with 5 seconds to go in overtime. Pesci. Little flip. Stop shot. Saved, and we go to double overtime. This game isn't ending yet, folks. We'll be right back. Did you like one overtime? You want a second overtime, folks? Here we go. Double overtime. Double overtime's here. Jello trying to win it. It's going to be a face-off violation on the Chaparrals. Howard will have the ball. Whoa! And Gage Wimmer just... There was a collision on the sideline there between Gage Wimmer and Marcello Ioko. Howard's going to take a timeout. And we'll be right back. Try to sort that one out. Dragons called the timeout quickly into this. And we're underway. Howard's going to try and end it here. Here's Bobby Pupich. Flips over to Logan. Excuse me, that's John Stubbs. Stubbs finds Rosen. Faust tripped up a little bit. Flips back to Stubbs. Here's Faust. Flips over to Pesci. Pesci back to Faust. Brennan. That big outside shot, they're not going to get it. Stubbs trying to juke some ankles. Flips over to Pupich. Faust. Stubbs. Stubbs gets dragged down. He's keeping it alive. Somehow flips it up. Gets it to Brennan. Flips it over. Rosen! Rosen! He got it! Dragons win in double overtime! Lucas Rosen scores! And Howard walks it off! The Dragons take it! Lucas Rosen walks it off for Howard. They're going to get the job done. What a game. Howard comes all the way back. They trailed almost the entire game, and they take their first lead in a double overtime. We're going to wrap this one up, folks. Thanks for tuning in, folks. What a game this was. Howard gets the win. They'll move to 6-1 on the season, and a good showing from DuPage. That's a team you're going to have to look out for when it gets time for the national tournament. They played a beautiful game. In the meantime, folks, for all of us here at Howard Community College, I'm going to go ahead and sign us off. This is the big man on the mic saying good night, everybody. We will see you next time. Next home game, Dragons will take on CCBC Essex on April 17th. Have a good evening, everyone.